Claude Cowork just got a lot easier to set up. Let me show you how. And by the way, I planned this entire video using Claude Cowork, so you're already watching it work. If we have not met yet, my name is Jonathan Dunkerley, and Claude Cowork is available inside of the Claude Desktop app, currently in research preview. And genuinely, it is different from using Claude in your browser. Instead of just answering questions, it works inside of your actual files, connects to your real tools, and runs automated workflows. Anthropic just made the setup a whole lot simpler. I'm going to walk you through the whole thing right now. Now, before we get started, it is important to note that you cannot use Claude Desktop if you have a free plan. You need to at least have their Pro or their Max plan, and that comes to about $17 if you do yearly or $20 if you do it by month. Or you could do the Max plan, which is $100 or $200. And there's also additional fees if you decide to use third-party tools like OpenClaw with your Claude account. So you will need to have either the Pro or the Max in order to do this. But before we jump over to the Claude Desktop app, I just wanted to remind you, if you do get value from these videos, just smash that like button and subscribe and ring the bell, because it really does help tell the algorithm to share these videos with more people to find ways to make passive income with AI. I'm just gonna throw these glasses on because I'm going blind. So when you get into Claude Desktop, you're gonna have these three different tabs right here at the top. We have chat, we have cowork, and we have code. They all serve their own particular purpose. Chat is more like what you'd imagine to be ChatGPT, but way better for some reason. It actually gives you accurate answers, which is weird because I don't feel like I get that from ChatGPT anymore. Let me know in the comments if you are. I don't feel like I am. And then the second tab is actually cowork, and that is what we are going to be diving into today. And the third tab is code. I will be making more videos about this, but today we are focusing on cowork. Now, cowork has been around for a couple months, but it was a little bit more difficult to set up and get the customization that you want until now. Anthropic just added a / command, and it will help you get started with Claude Cowork more efficiently and faster. And like I said, it is ridiculously easy. All you need to do is when you are here on the Claude Cowork page, we are going to select a folder that we want to work out of. You come down here where it says work in project, and we are going to select a folder on our computer. It really does not matter which folder you are selecting. Just know that whichever folder you select is where you are going to be working on your project. So today I'm going to click choose different folder, and then I'm going to give it a name. Again, you can name this whatever you want. It does not really matter what you name it. Just everything you work on is going to take place within this folder. I'm going to click create and then just hit open. And then you're going to need to authorize this. You could either say allow or always allow. I'm a little paranoid, so I always just click allow. And now we see the folder that we just created that says Claude Cowork Setup. We could also pick whichever model we want to use. There's Opus, Sonnet, and Haiku. I usually just operate off of Sonnet. It's very capable. Opus seems a little bit overboard for what we're doing right now. If you want to use that, feel free. It's just going to use a lot more of your usage. Now I'm going to show you exactly how to start the setup. You're going to be shocked at how easy it is. So you're going to need to write /setup-cowork, and it is going to start the entire setup process for you. So I have that in there, and I'm going to hit enter return, and it is going to start setting up Claude Cowork and everything customized for what you want. It says, welcome to Cowork. This is your autonomous AI workspace. It handles multiple steps like reading the files, searching your docs, drafting reports, and running repeatable workflows, all hands-free. You organize work into skills, which skills are reusable routines you trigger with something like a / and then the skill name. You have plugins, which are bundles of skills for your domain. And then you have connections, and connections link your actual tools like email, calendar, and Drive. They're basically connections to servers that you can connect to with your AI agents. Now it says, let's get you set up. Takes just a few minutes. What kind of work do you want to do? And this is where it's going to pivot depending on what you want to do. You may be doing something different than I'm doing. So you're going to need to create your perfect cowork agent that is going to be able to handle the jobs that you want to do. Now down below, we can just click one of these if it makes sense for our business, or we could just type what we want under something else. Maybe you're like me, and one of these options is not exactly what you're doing. I do video marketing mainly, so I would need to type in video marketing. But if you're just picking something that is one of the ones that is on this list, just go ahead and click something like marketing. I'll just go with marketing in this example, and we will see exactly how that is set up. It says, great, marketing it is. Let's find the best plugins for you. Again, plugins are a compilation of multiple different skills and connections in order to do a task. Now I can say marketing plugins, 8 skills to automate your content drafting, campaign planning, SEO audits, email sequences, brand reviews, and competitive research. Now, if this is what you want, go ahead and hit add. If it's not, you can just leave a note down here under reply, but I'm gonna go ahead and hit add. Now it shows the skills that it wants to install. We can go ahead and install these all right now. So I'm just gonna say add all, then hit return, and it is going to add all of these skills. If we wanna see what Claude is thinking, we can always open up right here where it says thought process, and it will show you exactly what Claude is thinking. It now gives you a little bit of instructions on how to activate these skills. And I know it can be a little bit confusing because not everybody understands what slash commands are. It sounds very techie, but we don't need to worry about being techie because slash commands are very easy. It's just a /. And when we do a /, we can go through all of our different commands. Now that I've installed these, I have all of these marketing ones down here at the bottom: brand reviews, campaign plan, competitive brief, draft content, email sequence, performance report, SEO audit. Maybe I want to install a completely different one. All what I would need to do is go back to that same setup where it says /setup-cowork, and I'd be able to install a completely different marketing pack or a different type of pack in order to have these skills. So I don't have to build them from scratch. But why don't we use an example of something that honestly, I kind of struggle with myself. I don't like writing a bunch of emails. I love the fact that AI could write emails for me because then I could focus on making these videos or going live or creating content so I could connect with you. Now I could just click email sequence, hit return, and it's going to help me build an email sequence for my business. Again, we can go ahead and look at its thought process. It's looking at the sequence type, the goals, the audience, the number of emails, and then we get this pop-up right here. We can see there's going to be 3. We could say what type of email it's going to be. Is this an onboarding email, a lead nurture email, a product launch, a re-engagement? Why don't we do onboarding? This is going to be when somebody joins your email list, they opt in. Maybe you use high level like I do. Again, you can grab a link to high level in the description of this video at startlistnow.com. Now we say, what is the main goal of the sequence? Is it to drive a purchase, buy a demo or a call, activate a user, generate a content engagement? How about we say generate content engagement, because my goal is to get people to watch my YouTube videos. So who is this email for? New email sign up, cold leads, existing customers, lapsed users. Why don't we say new signups? Now, how often do we want those emails to come out? Do we want them to be aggressive? Every single day we want to send an email? Personally, I don't like that. I don't like to send an email every single day unless I'm going live every single day. But as far as blast emails, I prefer to just have them a little bit more spread out. You'd have moderate, which is every 2 to 3 days, or you could have gentle, which is like basically a weekly email. That would be more like a newsletter. Why don't we actually do a newsletter? It could be like a weekly roundup. Let's look at that. How would you describe your brand tone? Are you really aggressive? Are you friendly? I don't know. Friendly and conversational, professional and authoritative, bold and direct, educational and helpful. Personally, I think that my brand is a little bit more educational and helpful. Tell me in the comments if I'm wrong. I don't even know. So I'm going to click that, and look, it is writing the first draft of my emails. If I don't like the way that they're going, or I want to give them some custom information, maybe some data about my business, so it actually writes a more informed email, I could just give that to Claude and tell it to reference those files to make sure that it is building emails relevant to my business. It's even building A/B tests that we could use to find out which subject line works best. So it gave me a total of 5 emails. This is a weekly email. So that is 28 days worth of emails, sending once a week. And once you are done with your emails, again, hit / command, and you're going to be able to come down here where it says marketing, which is the pack that we installed. And we're going to be able to do any of these other commands super simply. And if you ever want to install another pack, maybe you're doing a different type of marketing, or you're creating a different type of content with Claude Cowork, just go to /setup-cowork again, hit return. Then you could set up a completely different set of plugins if you want. And again, if there's something different like video marketing and it's not listed there, just go ahead and hit return, and it is going to set up skills relevant to your exact niche. So now my challenge to you is go and experiment in Claude Cowork. Go ahead and install some plugins with the /setup-cowork command and go and see what you can do. And in all honesty, I know that I said that I could do this in 2 minutes, but I feel like I did it in far less. Don't you think? Personally, I am blown away about how much Claude Cowork, and Claude Code have developed over the last couple months. It really has been a game changer for me, and I don't want you to be left behind. Let me know in the comments what you are building with Claude Cowork. If you got value out of this video, watch one of these videos next. Again, my name is Jonathan Dunkerley. Keep creating, keep earning passive income, and I will see you in the next video.